Heidi.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm all right. I really shouldn't complain. How are you?
Taking it day by day. Work's been crazy, but you know how that goes.
This year.
This year, crazy in a different way, in a bad way. But
it's kind of I keep thinking, are we going to learn something from this? And I'm not sure what it's going to be.
I don't know. By the way, I love the painting behind you. I noticed that during the group chat.
That's actually a piece of fabric.
Oh, it's a piece of fabric. Well, whatever it is, I love the pattern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the wave pattern. This is actually I use this as an office right now. It's my daughter's old room. And she like the rest of us are really big into the ocean. So.
Yeah. It's very abstract, but I just noticed it. It really popped out on the group thing. I just really liked it.
Yeah, so great. Yeah. And I got my matching shirt. So.
It does. It all blends very well. It's all very
part
of very California. So how you been doing?
Let's see.
What you been up to?
Well, Hollywood has been quiet. Way too much time on the internet for a period of time. And then I do breaks on that.
Yeah.
Been coaching my pole vaulters. So the track season, we finally had a track season. And when we got outside and there was a group of people, literally a group of people, we were all masked most of the season. We only just now pulled masks off outside.
Right.
But to be around a bunch of young people and in groups of people was amazing. It was
kind of agoraphobic feeling, but probably felt good. For me, I've been around people the whole time because I work in a hospital, so I've never stopped.
Oh, yikes.
So for me, it hasn't been as strange of a transition back, but I never stopped being around people and coworkers and all that kind of stuff. So, but.
Well, I found out exactly how non-essential I am.
That's relative, right? Though, it's not that. It's just in that moment you were not. But
it's absolutely fascinating, though. But it was not only you're non-essential. Don't leave your house. Don't leave your house except for in an emergency, like you've got to have some food.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's experience of it has been so weird, and we get it.
Yeah.
And we've been getting, through
it varies.
Through, things coming in through the screen.
Yeah. Which you would think would be the perfect medium for actors, right? You're born for being on screen, right? So this should all be natural for you.
No, it's not.
Because you're not interacting with somebody.
I imagine there are some people who are actually really okay and comfortable with living through a screen.
The more youngsters types, maybe. That's what they do anyway.
I think for some people it's a more controllable. I just like I like people.
Yeah.
And I like chaos, and I it
hasn't been chaotic enough for you.
No, there's not enough human contact. I can't judge the whole person. It's filtered, it's distance. To a certain degree, it's all curated.
Right.
I like the messiness of life, and I feel like I've been thrown out of.
You've been too sanitized.
There's part of that, There's part of that, like, everything's got to be clean, cleaning surfaces, especially at the beginning.
Your life has been sanitized of everything outside, like you,
Yes, there's a complete lack of grit, dirt, and chaos.
I can't say the same. So, working in the operating room and with some COVID patients, it kept me feeling pretty dirty.
But you got through it okay? Your immediate family and stuff got through it okay?
I had a second cousin who passed from COVID. Didn't know him very well, but they lived in a very rural part of the state, and he didn't have he wasn't in good health anyways. So that's the only one that I am aware of personally. that we had a death in the family, but just seeing it come through the hospital. And the part that I work in, we see the sickest people because they end up on an advanced life support thing called ECMO, which is part of my job. So it's kind of like a mini heart-lung machine that circulates and oxygenates their blood for them because their lungs are completely non-functional. Yeah.
Wow.
So those are the people that we would see. We weren't there 24/7, but we had to interact with them when we had to move them around and put them in and all that kind of stuff. So, it is what it is. That's what we signed up for, right?
No, that's mind-boggling.
It is, but here we are, 18, 19 months later, and still somewhat part of our lives. I don't think it'll ever go away. But on a happier note, do you have anything you're working on, like it's coming up, or no?
No, as I said in the panel, I'm looking for work. I'm trying to figure out how to break into shows. I'm trying to figure out how to break into acting.
Which isn't an easy task, anyways. Let alone given the current environment. I would imagine.
Yeah, and it's Hollywood's in a weird place right now. It's I look at. I'm like, well, I like Ted Lasso.
You like what?
I liked Ted Lasso. I like looking at stuff going, well, what would I watch? What am I? Because I'm not like big into the superhero stuff, right?
Yeah. I'm not really.
And I don't like too much. I don't need things to be too gritty and dark. So there's a balance in there.
You know what? There's not enough of. There's not enough adventure TV, like where you just go and you watch, and it's just lifting, stuff that like is mood lifting and adventurous. It doesn't. I mean, there's got to be some conflict, of course, or otherwise there wouldn't be a story, right? But there just doesn't seem to be any. Everything's just always so serious and sad and depraved, and it's just like there needs to be a place where you just watch something. You know what? That felt good watching that TV show or watching that movie. That was fun, and there's just not enough fun entertainment anymore. Everything's got to be, a cause, or I just want to watch something that's entertaining, that's fun. It doesn't have to always have like a huge meaning or what's the word I'm looking for? A cause, or bring some. I just want the story to be fun to watch. It takes me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's being shallow. But maybe that's not fun for actors, but that's something I'd like to see.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't think it's the actors thing. I mean, it's not. Actors, I think, kind of love adventure type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, people want to do something that's worthy, but and you can
kind of mix the two together. There can be a little bit of both, but just everything just seems so. It's like we get enough of that in real life. We don't. I want something that's fun and something I won't experience in real life.
That's a good way of putting it. I want something that I'm not going to experience.
I want something that I'm not going to experience in real life, or I don't want to experience. I want to experience in my real life that I can't because it's not real. Just something that's. I don't know. A perfect movie example I always give. Did you ever see the movie Sahara with Matthew McConaughey?
No.
Anyway,
should I watch it?
I think so. I think it's just a fun movie. He's kind of like they're kind of like treasure hunters, and they're out like in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Of course, there's this, there's always the bad guy or whatever, but it's just kind of like, it's just a fun sense movie to it. It just, there's a lot of joking around, and so I enjoyed the movie. But I always tell people, if you just want a fun, just kind of whatever silly. I mean, Matthew McConaughey is kind of. But that's why I liked Farscape too, because it was a bit.
First off, I think Matthew McConaughey's great. I think he,
Sorry, that I had something in the crock pot. I set a timer like 4 hours ago.
Oh well, I don't want to keep you from your crock pot. I was just
You're not. I forgot to set off the timer.
Yeah, I'm just adding time here. Okay.
Yeah. No. Thanks.
Yeah, the thing is, it wants to count down. I'm not good on a countdown. All right.
Yeah. I didn't even see that up there.
No, I think Matthew McConaughey's, he's got that capacity. He's likable. He can be very entertaining. His rom-coms, people love his rom-coms. He does good serious work. But I like what you said at the very beginning, adventure. I just want adventure. And that's sort of what I feel is missing. I feel that. I like watching. I go, oh, okay. I mean, I know I should care. I should care about the baby seal, but
yeah. I don't want anything mean. I just want something fun.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I don't think there's a lot of that being made.
Yeah, I think it hasn't been for quite a long time. I think the closest you come to it is some of the animated stuff. Like Disney type.
Yeah, and even those sometimes are not. I love Soul. Did you see Soul?
I did. It was okay. It was a little preachy for me, but overall, I liked it.
Here's the thing: it was less preachy than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, see, it was more than I thought it was going to be.
I've gotten so used to preachy that I go, well, that wasn't all that preachy. I kind of like that.
No, it wasn't. I didn't dislike it, but it was refreshing considering what's out there to watch new. Yeah. But I don't have any impulse to go to watch it again.
No, that's true. I don't either.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Whereas
okay, I watched it. I enjoyed the music. Okay. That was a good 2 hours of my time.
Whereas I came in from a track meet yesterday, and my missus is watching Up.
I've never watched that movie.
Oh, that's good.
Is it? I've heard it's good, but I've never watched it.
Yeah, I liked it when I saw it.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good, but I heard it's also very sad with the husband and his wife and.
Well, that's that's the very beginning of it. It sets it up, but
but the rest of it's I've heard nothing but good things about it. I just have never seen it myself. So
I don't know.
I have this,
so what if we're listing things? Oh, hang on. Oh. What needs to be remade then?
Nothing. As far as movies, I shouldn't say that. I know that the like Farscape and Stargate, there's been talks about, kind of rebooting it or continuing it or however you want to
continuing, not rebooting.
However you want to refer to it. But I think Hollywood, for the most part, has killed the remake thing to death, especially in movies. But but series like Charmed that was on for how many years? And now they've got a whole new cat. It just seems like there's no fresh ideas. It just seems like everything is just a return of things that we've seen before. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. But that doesn't, now that's okay. I'm biased because I say I would like to see some more, either, if not a whole series of Stargate or Farscape, I would love to see a mini series of what's happening now. Even if it's a 3 to 5 episode kind of miniseries, that I think would be perfect because I think it's long enough. You can tell a good story, but short enough that you're not trying to be you're going, I need more episodes because I want to work, but I get that. But I just think that I just feel it feels to me like Hollywood writers have gotten lazy. That's what it feels like, and maybe it's not the writers, but the people greenlighting the project. They're like, well, this made money before, so we're going to just do these same ideas over and over again. But I guess if they make money, that's why they do them, right?
I don't know. I don't know whether they do it to make money or they do it to be invited to the party. Does it make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
It's like, there are rich people in the world, right? If you want to get rich, you go into tech, you go into Wall Street.
Yeah.
People come out of Harvard and Yale and Princeton and Brown, and they come to Hollywood. If they were all about making money, they would go to Wall Street or Washington, D.C. or into the tech. But Hollywood has this thing, because I talked to a buddy of mine who, who graduated from Princeton, and I said, why does all these Ivy League people come to Hollywood?
Mm-hmm.
And he went, and I said, and I thought it was because of the money. I went, well, there's a lot of money. He goes, oh no, there's way more money elsewhere. Mm-hmm. It's about being at the party.
Really?
Oh, so sometimes the things they're making are things they think reflect well on them.
Could
so
be.
They get invited to the party.
Yeah.
Like, why make and there are filmmakers and writers and people that are they're dedicated to the message, right?
Right.
But the business is kind of dedicated to looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good amongst their friends and their peers.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things where it may not be the writers are writing things, but the things that are getting selected by the people with the money to produce them are selecting certain things.
Yeah, I mean, there's an element to that. They want a hit. They want something that people are going to like.
Right.
And
nobody wants to go out on that limb and take the risk to make something different.
It's hard. It's hard to go, it's hard to take that risk because, if you say the wrong thing or, the world isn't, that's not just Hollywood. That's on the corner with your neighbor, you say the wrong thing and then they're like, well, you're not coming to the barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it is what it is, but
so adventure. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Adventure, something just fun and adventure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that assessment. Maybe the general public doesn't feel the same, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
You just froze there for a second. Did I freeze?
No, you didn't freeze at my end.
Okay, you just froze for a second. Okay, you're back.
Oh, I froze. Either that or I just stopped moving and I went.
No, you definitely had a pixelated thing going on. So nope, you just froze again. I don't know.
I'm acting.
Oh, you're acting. Okay.
Right, here's how it works, right? Here we go. We're talking in it.
That's definitely the computer because
everything about that. No, it's not the computer, it's me.
Right. You could do a Max Headroom reboot. Well, you did a little bit of that on your episode of Farscape that you wrote, right?
I did. Yeah. We decided to make him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elevator guy.
Are you writing anything?
No, I'm not writing right now. No, I'm thinking.
Well, there you go. So write something, an adventurous, fun story.
I'm gonna write my Tower series for Mike and Amanda. So.
Oh, that's right. That was a very fun panel between the three of you. You guys look like you have a lot of fun with each other.
They're great. They're great. They're completely different personalities. They're both really smart and they're both dedicated to the craft.
Yeah.
They were a lot of fun to be around. So.
Yeah. It came across on screen, even the Zoom looking screen. It came across on screen that you guys have fun together. Cool. So well, thank you for taking time. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I already went past my allotment of my time that I paid for.
Thank you so much, Heidi. Yeah, it's good to see you.
You too.
When you get back out in the real world, I'll see you in the real, hopefully.
I know, so it would have been nice to be in Chicago this weekend instead of online, but
right, and we should have been. I'm vaccinated. Let's go.
I've been vaccinated since the end of January, so.
Exactly, right? I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah. If only we could just make sure everybody was. That's,
Yeah, but you and I are vaccinated, so why are we worried about it? Let's go.
Okay, let's go. We'll have a vaccinated only.
Yeah. Enter at your own risk. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
All
right.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Sounds like a plan. Well, maybe I'll try to hit Vancouver. You're doing Vancouver when is it? In next year, I think?
Next year, I think they moved it to, yeah.
Yeah, because the thing in England is in November. They moved to, I think, the Showmaster.
They moved it to November.
I don't think I'll be hitting that one just because of the travel and everything else. So
it depends on what the UK does with their travel stuff, and there's going to be, there's going to be another spike of this thing in
especially at that time of year when you're getting into the normal flu season, anyways.
Yeah, I mean it's a respiratory virus. It's going to do what it's going to do.
Yep. Unfortunately, but I'm glad to hear you're vaccinated. Good job out of you.
I'm vaccinated. My wife made me, so it's
yeah. Well, see, they always say that married men live longer because their wives nag them to go to the doctor.
Oh, I'd be dead several times over if I didn't have permission. She is my life support.
She's your life support. If nothing else, kick your ass, go get your life support. Yeah. Well, that's her job, right?
I know it's a job, but it certainly has kept me alive, so it's a good deal.
Well, we all thank her then.
Yeah. All right, Heidi.
All right. Thank you, Ben. It was
Lovely
nice
to see you. Thanks for everything. Appreciate it.
No problem. I'll talk to you later sometime.